What up? What up? Rise and grind, baby. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? So I just came from my appointment, so I'm headed back to his house today.
Please proceed to the highlighted route, then the route guidance will start.
If you hear that, ignore. But anyways, rise and grind, man. I'm bringing back the rise and grind. I'm bringing back the rise and grind uploads, and gonna be using this to talk about crypto, and not just crypto. You know what I'm saying? Like, just better ways to make money. Period. Passive income. I kind of hate when people say passive income, because the way they say it, it makes it seem like, I don't know. Whenever I hear people say passive income, it makes me wonder what the hell they're really talking about. Because let's be real, man. Like, when you watch some of these little gurus and shit, like on the, you know, like on YouTube or wherever, where they claim to know like all these ways to become a millionaire, you gotta take that shit with like 2 grains of salt. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, you can do these things. You can make passive income, real passive income, but your expectations need to be correctly in place when you're talking about, what do you call it? When you're talking about this kind of stuff, man. All right. Can you make passive income? Abso-friggin-lutely. Yes, you can. Now, what type of outcome, what type of passive income are you trying to achieve? Like, what kind of passive income are you trying to be able to make to help you out? And the reason why I ask that is because you have to know, because that's going to determine how much you need to invest to be able to pull that kind of passive income. Also, people have they don't have the right understanding most people don't have the right understanding when somebody says, here's how you make passive income. Most people think that passive income means that all they got to do is like jump to a few hoops, you know what I'm saying? You know, put in $1 and then boom, that dollar is going to start making them hundreds of dollars. It's not the way it goes, man. It's not the lottery. It's not how it happens, right? So for example, passive income. So let's say, for example, I choose one token that's a stakeable token, right? It's going to grant me passive income by providing me a reward based on every block that's moved through the blockchain.
In a quarter of a mile, keep left
for example,
onto TX151 East.
For example, let's go with Ethereum 2.0. It's now stakeable. Let's just say,
keep left onto TX151
let's just say
East.
In order to
in 2 miles,
obtain
on the right.
$500 worth of passive income from Ethereum, right? Just as an example, I'm not sure if these are real numbers, I'm just giving an example. To pull off $500, oh my God,
the exit on the right.
Fucking, yo. Shit's really pissing me off. Stupid ass freaking, about to delete this all right, navigation was tripping out. So example, so let's say you own Ethereum, or you want to purchase some Ethereum to stake, but your goals for staking this Ethereum is to gain around $400 to $500 in passive income. Now, the passive income is going to come in the form of Ethereum, more Ethereum, and this will be a reward for staking the Ethereum, right? So you'll get a certain percentage of rewards for locking up your Ethereum to help guide the mainnet, right? So you basically, it's like a CD, like I said before in my previous video, it's like a CD when you go to a bank. You say, here is $1,000 at the bank. I would like to put it in a CD and have it frozen to reap the rewards of a higher interest rate over that said period of lockup time, right? Same thing with staking. You say, this is my tokens, I want to stake them, and I want to reap the rewards of having my tokens locked up and frozen in your infrastructure for a certain period of time. So let's just say I want, like I said, I want $400 to $500 in Ethereum rewards. So I'm going to stake. I need to first find out staking rewards, the percentages, and the price of the token that I'm trying to stake. This is going to make all the difference. And this is where a lot of people give up. They give up right here. Because a lot of people want to be able to put maybe, oh, okay, let me put a few $100s in there and see what happens. Well, you're not going to get anywhere close to that $400 or $500 goal. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, right now, Ethereum is probably about $2,400, $2,500, right? Let's just say, after you do the calculations, you do the calculator, the rewards calculator, and it says, you know, to receive about $400 to $500 in Ethereum 2.0 rewards, you're going to need to have to stake at least, let's just say, you're gonna have to stake at least, let's just say 100, for example. You're gonna have to stake at least 100 Ethereum, right? Oh yeah, tripping. This is just an example. It's not even real. But let's just say, yes, they say, okay, in order to bring in about $500 a month in Ethereum, because it's so popular, you're gonna need to, you would have to stake at least 100 tokens, right? 100 tokens. I won't say 100, let's say 50. Let's just say 50. Not even 50, fuck it. Let's say 10 for example's sake. So to get about $500 in passive income with Ethereum 2.0 and rewards, you would have to, let's just say you would have to stake at least 10 Ethereum tokens. Now, some people right here are going to be like, whoa, wait a minute, I'm trying to get Ethereum. I'm not trying to fucking buy Ethereum, like pay for it. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to earn Ethereum. It's a big difference when you say, I'm trying to buy Bitcoin and I want to earn Bitcoin. My logic has always been buy enough to earn it, right? I don't want to go buy a full Bitcoin, right? But I want to invest Bitcoin and other altcoins that are going to help me in turn earn more Bitcoin, right? That's what you want to do. So you need 10 Ethereum, 10 full tokens to stake in order to receive $500 in rewards, Ethereum 2.0 rewards every month, right? So let's just say, for example, you say, okay, well shit, how am I gonna get 10 Ethereum, right? How am I gonna get 10 Ethereum? Well, this is where your dedication and your money goes to right now, right? Say you only got enough money right now to buy 2 Ethereum. Well, that's fine. Get the 2 Ethereum. Stake it. You know what I'm saying? Stake the Ethereum. And while that is staking, come up with a budget plan, right? Come up with a budget plan. This is where a lot of people fall off because they're chasing. They want it right now. They're chasing. Well, what happens in 6 months when Ethereum is like twice the price? It doesn't matter. Just keep stacking, keep stacking, keep stacking. You know, this is not a get rich quick scheme. Now, if you have the money, for example, to buy 10 Ethereum to stake, obviously you would just buy the 10 Ethereum and stake it. It's still a lot of money. But some people will say, well, the residual income is not enough based on what I put in. I mean, shit's $2,500 a token. I just bought 10 of them. You know what I'm saying? You do the math. That's a lot of thousands of dollars that I'm in the hole for, right? But you gotta look at it as an investment. I'm putting this in, I'm letting this shit incubate, and I'm pulling off the dividends. I'm taking the dividends from it, right? Some people will say, well, I mean, you're still in a hole until you get your money back. Correct. But what do you plan on doing with that money? What do you plan on doing with that $500, right? You know what I'm saying? The way I look at it is, regardless, I own that 10 Ethereum regardless. That 10 Ethereum is not going away. Or there's a very big chance that it's not going to go away. Crypto is not guaranteed, just like stocks or bonds are. You can have 10 today that's worth $2,500 a piece, and in 6 months that shit can be worth $100 a piece. You don't know, right? But what you want to do is you want to look at it in terms of, I'm putting this $10,000 here, and I can get my $10,000. I can get my $10,000 back. But in the meantime, while that $10,000 is here, is bringing me $500 extra a month. What can I do with that? I can keep stacking it and just say, I'm putting that $500 back in to purchase more Ethereum and to stake more, right? You can do that, which is the smart thing to do. Or you can just pull it off and do whatever you want with it. Maybe you're going to use that $500 a month to purchase a different token that you're also staking. You see what I'm saying? The goal is to get money moving, to make you money, to be able to do other things with that money, right? Before you put that $10,000 in there, you didn't have somebody giving you $500 extra a month. And based on the price of Ethereum 2.0, the valuation of it, the rise and fall of it, did not grant you $500 a month just by holding the token. So that's why I say you gotta buy tokens. You gotta look into these projects that are actually gonna offer the crypto space community a real function. They're gonna have a real function within the community. You know what I'm saying? Don't just go buy a coin like Dogecoin based on like stupidness. Like, you know what I'm saying? The coin doesn't do anything, right? I'm not shitting on Dogecoin. I'm just saying the coin doesn't do anything. It's just a coin. Somebody decided to make a Dogecoin. It has no real value. In my opinion, it has no real value. The biggest reason being that it has no value, in my opinion, is why I would never invest in it, is because there's no cap. There's absolutely no cap for Dogecoin. None. Which means that they can infinitely just keep producing Dogecoin. Well, what sense does that make? So basically, the only reason why the coin has a value in the first place is because people are allowing it to have a value. But really, it's just a infinite coin that's going to keep reproducing. There's no value in that. How do you have value in something that's infinite? You don't. Because if it's an infinite amount of supply, then anybody at any given time can come in and own as much of it as possible. It doesn't do anything. Dogecoin is not something I would tell somebody to go and buy. I just wouldn't tell you to do it. I just would not tell you to do it. Period. But you have to find something that has a value, something that's going to have a really good value. And that's really hard in the crypto space, man. It's really, really tough because there's so many projects out. There's so many tokens always being released that it can get very hard very quickly to figure out what to invest in, right? You're going to be pulled in so many different ways to where you're going to throw your money at. And I always said this before, years back. You will go broke if you spread yourself too thin. If you spread yourself too thin, you're gonna go broke. And the reason why I say that is, look, today I see a really nice ICO that's about to pop, right? For an example, I see an ICO that's about to pop. An ICO is a token that's getting ready to hit the market, kind of like an IPO. It's getting ready to hit the market. It's got a game plan. It may have some investors already. It may have some investment already. But the point of the ICO is to gain investors, to gain money, to raise money for the project, right? In this project, or in this time period, they're allowing some of their stock, their liquidity, to go out to the public for support. Obviously, people need to invest. So usually in ICOs, you get a really good bargain for owning the token in an early adoption, right? So, for example, you're gonna buy this. I'm just gonna make it up. You're gonna buy this mustard token. This mustard token is about to come out. It's got a really good white paper. It's got a really good plan, right? Roadmap to what they're gonna do, how they're gonna do it, what they're about, what they want to accomplish, right? So you're looking at this, and let's just say they come out and say, look, we're hoping that the valuation of this coin when it hits the public is going to be around, for example, it's going to be around $1, about $1. It's going to trade for about $1. That's what we're hoping. We're going to go through a 6-month round of ICO investment, try to acquire investment, right? So the ICO is going to last for 6 months, and if you jump in at the very, very beginning of the first round, you'll be able to get tokens at a price point of 10 cents, right? 10 cents. Now, you have to think about it in your head. First of all, that's good information to know, but you also have to realize that when these companies tell you, oh, well, this is what we're hoping the coin is going to trade for once it hits the market, you have to be very, very careful of this, because this is how it's, I won't say it's fraud, but what I'm saying is that it's very hard for a company to evaluate their own token, because they're not buying their own token. Their token is being purchased by you, me, the public, and the people will determine the value of the token, obviously. So you can't get caught up and be like, oh shit, I'm about to buy like 1 million tokens at 10 cents because they said it's going to be worth $1. No, don't do that. Don't do that. That's a bad plan, man. A bad plan. You go into it and say, look, I'm going to join the first round, 10 cents a token. Look, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think this project is going to moon, or it may not even moon, but it may give a decent return. Let me jump in at 10 cents and let me spend about $500. No. I'm going big, right? No, let's keep it. $500. I'm going to spend $500, 10 cents a piece, first round. And I'm going to buy these tokens, as many tokens as I can with $500. Right? Now let's say you got your tokens. I'm going to come back 5 months, see where it's at, see where it's going, and go from there. Come back 5 months later. ICO has less than 30 days to go, and the round that they're on for the tokens, the price now is like 30 cents. 30 cents a token. Still an ICO. You were like, well, I want to buy some more. Let me throw another $500 at it. Now you're pretty good, right? You're pretty good. Got your tokens. It's game day now. Token is about to hit the market. Now, token hits the market, 90 cents. You're excited because you just won. First round of tokens you bought, 10 cents. Second round of tokens you bought, 30 cents. Now it's worth 90 cents. That's a really, really good return, right? Now this is where most people get the FOMO, the fear of missing out. This is where most people get the FOMO, right here. The price starts the trend. The token starts the trend. Right? You're here because you thought it was a good valuation. Now you have to make a decision. Now the token is going upwards to like $3. Now you're getting really antsy because you just spent 10 cents and 30 cents on a lot of your tokens and now it's worth $3. Should you sell it? More than likely you want to sell it right away, right? But now this is where you have to decide, okay, what is the plan for this token? Yeah, it's volatile right now, it's worth a lot right now, but do I sell it and get rid of what I'm doing for $3? Or does this project have the potential to 10x, 20x that amount? What if this token is worth really like $30? And it's going to be worth $30 in 12 months time. If you had this information, obviously, well, depending on your situation, most people will say, I'm just going to wait the 12 months out and I'll keep buying the coin at lower price points because I know it's going to be worth $30 a token. Some people would just say, fuck it, cutting my losses. I don't even have any losses yet. I'm going to sell out at $3. I'm going to sell out at $3. Get my money, bounce, on to the next one. You're not wrong in either one. But if you want to have passive income, you need to think about how you can make that token passively make you money. Some people will say, well, you don't even know what that token can do. Let's just say this token does not have staking, right? Say this token does not have staking. That's okay. If you're willing to let what you buy sit there and mature and to see if it's actually going to gain value, that's nothing wrong with that. But you can't do that if you're in a position where you need your money now. If you need your money now and you're into making quick flips, quick trades, then that's the kind of strategy you need to use to gain your wealth. Some people that I've talked to, my uncle personally, I talk to him a lot. We talk a lot about tokens, what's hot, what's not. We are completely opposites when it comes to acquiring crypto, right? And getting passive income. We're completely opposite, right? My uncle he's a headhunter in a sense that he's a headhunter in sense of that he will scour new tokens, old tokens. He'll scour the market. He'll say, okay, this token was hot when it came out, right? It's been 3 years, and the token dumped within the first year. Within the first 3 months, it dumped. It came out high, and then it just dumped. Now it's at a low. It's been so low for so long. Nobody's really into this token anymore. They pumped and dumped it, right? This is where most people would say, well, don't touch that token, man. Like, this token is no good. Obviously, people have forgotten about it. But then you have to look at the trend. Okay, is this token still trading normally? Is it still trading on the 24-hour basis? Is the trading still considered legitimately high enough to where people are actually, there's transactions that are going on that are keeping this coin alive, but not just holding on, but it's going. It's not dead. It's just moving at a very slow rate because nobody's investing in it anymore. Those are the tokens, in my opinion, that you need to seriously research and evaluate, because those are the tokens that can make you a shit ton of money. And when I say a shit ton of money, I mean a shit ton of money. Because, for example, I talked to you guys not too long ago about Switch.io. And Switch.io, when it first came out, was 5 cents, right? Now, when they first came out, they've been out for a couple of years, since 2018. They didn't have all the infrastructure like staking and all that stuff right away, They did, but not a lot, right? So early on in that token, you could just buy it. But it went from 5 cents and it dropped down to below a penny, well below a penny, right? Most people were dumping. It was dumped. Now, most people would say, don't be dumb and go buy a shit ton of tokens that people are dumping and the project's gonna be dead. You know, you have to really do some research, right? And I guarantee you a lot of the people that did research on Switch.io that were not afraid to buy it when it was well below a penny, those people are laughing so hard right now because the token has made a resurgence and it's now back at 7 cents, 7 cents a token. Now, a lot of people will say that's not a lot at all. Oh, it is a lot. It's a lot, if you came into the game before when they were in ICO and you bought a shit bunch of tokens and you didn't get scared and you didn't sell your tokens and you kept buying more. There's people that I know right now, that they bought Switch.io in ICO when it came out at 5 cents. They sold it. It dumped. They purchased even more of it. And when I say even more, I'm saying they bought millions of tokens. They invested millions of tokens. And when it was well below a penny, that's chump change. Well below a penny, they went in, a guy of mine, he went in and he bought, when it was well below a penny, I forgot the exact price that he told me. He spent $5,000 and I forgot at the time he said he purchased he got like 3 million tokens. And when the staking came around, he started staking that 3 million. And instead of buying any more tokens, he literally just let his tokens just pile on, let the compound interest pile on. And when it started to make its resurgence back to 7 cents, he was still making money based, just on the reward tokens, but he wasn't cashing anything out. Within the last 3 months, he said he's been literally off of 3 million tokens on the staking rewards website. I went to the website and put in 3 million. I mean, you're talking about what's 3,300? Let's just say 3,000, right? He's making around $3,000 in rewards tokens per every million. So 3,000, he's got over 3 million tokens that are just freaking piling on rewards. And he's getting about $3,000 per million token that's staking. So 3 million tokens in staking, and he's getting about he's getting around a little above $9,000 in rewards tokens that he can cash out and keep his coins there. He can leave his 3 million in there staking and simply just cash out the rewards that he gets every month. So every month he's getting about $9,000 in rewards tokens. He can either roll that back in and restake it, or he can just sell that portion off. And so what he's been doing is he just now started selling off his rewards tokens. Now, this is a guy who works every day, right? He has some investments that are successful. Some are more successful, but right now this is a big breadwinner of his. And he's held on to this token for quite a long time, man. It's a lot of faith that you got to go through, man. Some people, like I said, they would just left it, but he stayed with it, and he's making over $9,000 a month just off in passive income, just off one token. Now, that's a shit ton of money, right? If you're already working, that's a big boost of money. If you have no bills, that's an even better amount of money. You know what I'm saying? So in terms of passive income, yes, he spent $5,000 when it was worth nothing. That's a huge gamble. I wouldn't suggest anybody just do that on a whim unless you have some experience trading and knowing what you want to do. It's a big chunk of money to lose, but you can't put in anything that you're not willing to lose. He was willing to lose $5,000. He put it in. He bought a shit ton of tokens, and he's reaping the benefits right now. So in 1 month's time, he erased all that years of debt that he had to put 5 G's on, man. He got that back. right away, and he could have did it sooner, but now he's really raking it in. So, and the reason why he's in such a good place with this token, which is why I jumped into the token, even at 7 cents, is still lucrative. He is still winning because even if the value of the token goes back down, he's still making enough dividends. He's still bringing in a gross amount of dividends in rewards tokens that even the tokens, even if they go down in value, you're still gaining so much, you can still sell a shit ton. You still make passive income. Not only that, if the value of the coin continues to rise, even if it rises slowly, you're making even more money. So he's in a sweet spot. If it stays the same, he's still making money. If it stays at 7 cents, he's still making $9,000 plus a month. If it went down to 5 cents, he's still making thousands and thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? It's insane. If it goes up, he's making even more money. So it's one of those things where it's like, when you find the sweet spot, when you find the tokens that are going to make you money, you have to look at how much you're going to have to invest and if it's going to be worth it for you. So for example, if I got into Switch right now, which I am, my goal right away, right off the back, is to put in within a year's time, or within like 6 months time, is to put in a minimum of like $5,000 to $7,000. And what I really want is to get about anywhere between 300 to 500,000 Switch tokens and have that staking. And what I want to do is after that, I just want to let it compound and grow. I'm not going to spend any of the reward tokens until I get to that. If I get to the 500 mark, I'll be fine with taking some tokens and selling them off. But I think what I want to do is take some of those reward tokens, instead of paying myself directly, I'll put them into something else. You know, I'll put them into NEM or something, you know what I'm saying? Something else that's going to make money. So this is how you do it, man. You have to have a strategy. You know what I'm saying? You don't just say, I'm going to buy a Bitcoin and I'm just going to let it sit in my wallet, and I'm just going to watch as it rises and falls, and if it goes up another $2,000, I'll cash out, and then I'll have no more Bitcoin left. I'm telling you, man, it's a fine line. If you want to be in the game, you get in the game, you stay in the game, you find the ways to stay in the game. When you're done, that's when you cash out, you take your ball home, and you go. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot more to it. Anyways, I've been on this thing for 30 minutes. If you're still here grinding it out, more power to you. Thank you for watching. But we'll be back, man. Rise and grind. Catch you tomorrow. Peace.